My friends, today I bring you some news that could truly change the lives of many old Australians. For years, seniors have been struggling to make ends meet, watching prices rise at the grocery store, feeling the pressure from higher utility bills, and wondering if their pension payments are enough to live with dignity. But now, there's finally some good news. A major boost to the age pension has been approved, and it could mean up to $4,800 more in your pocket every single year. This is not just a number. It's food on the table, power bills paid on time, and the peace of mind you deserve. Before we dive into all the details, let me ask you something. If you care about clear, honest updates on pensions, benefits, and financial help for seniors, then make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. That way, you'll never miss out on important news that could directly affect your life or the life of someone you love. Now, let's talk about what this $4,800 age pension boost really means, who qualifies, and when exactly you'll see the payments land in your account. Think about it. $4,800 a year is the equivalent of $400 more each month. For some people, that might cover the cost of rent increases. For others, it could pay for important medicines, healthier meals, or even something as simple as being able to turn on the heater during winter without fear of the electricity bill. Australia has faced rising costs for housing, fuel, and everyday goods. Seniors, especially those on fixed incomes, have felt the burden most heavily. That is why this pension boost has been so eagerly awaited and why it is being described as one of the most significant increases in years. It is not just an adjustment. It is recognition that older Australians deserve support to live with dignity and comfort. Before we look at the details of the boost, let's quickly review how the age pension itself works, because not everyone watching may fully understand the system. The age pension is a government payment provided through Centrelink to Australians who have reached pension age and meet certain income and asset tests. The pension age has been gradually increasing and is now at 67 years for those born after January 1957. This means that once you reach this age and pass the financial requirements, you can start receiving regular fortnightly payments. These payments are designed to cover basic living costs, but for many seniors, they have simply not been enough. That is why every increase, no matter how small, makes a huge difference. But this latest adjustment is not small. It's a big step forward. So what exactly is this boost? The government has approved an increase to the base rate of the age pension that amounts to $4,800 per year for eligible seniors. Spread out, that's around $185 extra per fortnight. For a couple on the pension, the combined boost is even higher, helping households stay afloat despite inflation. This increase is being described as a response to cost of living pressures, and it comes after months of advocacy from senior groups, community organizations, and everyday Australians who wrote letters, made phone calls, and raised their voices to demand change. It's important to note that this boost is permanent. It is not a one-time payment like a stimulus check. Instead, it lifts the ongoing pension rate, giving you more security for the future. Now the big question, who actually qualifies for this $4,800 boost? The good news is that all current age pension recipients will receive the increase. That means if you're already on the age pension, you don't need to apply for anything new. Centrelink will automatically adjust your payments. If you are about to reach pension age, you will also benefit once your claim is approved. But remember, you still need to meet the standard eligibility rules, including being an Australian resident for at least 10 years, meeting the income and asset test limits, reaching the qualifying age of 67. So long as you meet these requirements, the boost applies to you. It is designed to be fair, automatic, and supportive of everyone who has worked hard, paid taxes, and contributed to the community. Now that we know who qualifies, the next question everyone is asking is, when will the money actually arrive? The government has confirmed that the $4,800 age pension boost will be included in your regular Centrelink payments starting from October 2025. This means you will not need to wait for a special lump sum or apply for anything extra. It will simply flow into your bank account as part of your normal fortnightly pension. Payments will begin with the first full pay cycle in October, which for most people will be within the first 2 weeks of the month, depending on your existing payment schedule. Since Centrelink payments are staggered, The exact day might vary slightly for each person, but rest assured, the boost is automatic and guaranteed. For example, if your usual pension payment date falls on the 8th or the 15th of October, you will notice the increase from that very payday onward. This is such an important point. You don't need to worry about calling Centrelink, filling out forms, or waiting in long queues. The system is already set up to deliver the higher amount directly into your account. To really understand the significance of this change, it helps to look back. In the past, pension adjustments were tied mostly to inflation or average wages, and the increases often came in much smaller amounts, sometimes just a few dollars per fortnight. For example, many seniors will remember times when the government announced historic boosts, but the real difference was only $20 or $30 a fortnight. While every little bit helps, those adjustments rarely kept up with the true rise in living costs. That's why this new $4,800 per year boost is being described as one of the largest in living memory. It marks a real shift, recognizing that the standard increases of the past simply weren't enough. This time, the government has acknowledged the reality. Seniors need meaningful support, not token gestures. For many, this is more than just money. It is recognition of the years of hard work, contribution, and sacrifice that older Australians have given to the nation. For single pensioners, the increase works out to about $185 extra per fortnight. That is a direct, personal boost to your income, giving you a bit more breathing room in your weekly budget. For couples, the boost is shared, but the total combined household benefit is even larger. Together, a couple could see well over $360 more each fortnight. That can cover rising rent, larger energy bills, or even allow for a few little extras that were once too hard to afford. This difference matters because single pensioners are often the most vulnerable to financial stress. Living alone means covering rent, utilities, and food without the benefit of sharing costs with a partner. That's why seniors advocacy groups have welcomed the fact that the increase is meaningful for both singles and couples, providing real help across the board. The truth is that the pressure on the government has been building for years. Inflation has hit households hard. The price of groceries, rent, fuel, and healthcare has climbed higher than many people can remember. Seniors have been hit the hardest because their income is fixed and does not naturally rise with inflation like wages do. Community groups, charities, and pensioner associations raised their voices, warning that older Australians were being left behind. At the same time, politicians were facing increasing pressure from the public, especially in the lead-up to elections. This $4,800 age pension boost is the government's response. It is both an economic measure, aimed at helping vulnerable people keep up with costs, and a moral one, recognizing the value of seniors in our society. The message is clear. After a lifetime of work, you deserve stability, respect, and the ability to live without constant financial worry. This age pension boost is more than just a policy change. It's a signal of what might come in the future. Governments often test the waters with big reforms. If this increase proves popular, and it surely will, then it may open the door to further pension improvements down the line. It also highlights a truth that seniors have known for years. Without strong advocacy, change doesn't happen. This increase came after community voices refused to be ignored. It's a reminder of the power of speaking up, of writing letters, of joining pensioner groups, and of voting with your values. The bigger picture is this. A society is judged by how it treats its most vulnerable members. By lifting pensions, Australia is taking a step toward fairness, dignity, and respect for those who built this country. With every good change comes a few things to watch closely. For example, some seniors worry that a higher pension might affect their eligibility for other benefits, such as rent assistance, concession cards, or healthcare subsidies. The government has made it clear. The boost is built into the base pension and should not cancel out other support. However, it's still wise to keep an eye on your income and assets, especially if you receive additional payments from superannuation or part-time work. If you're ever unsure, you can contact Centrelink or visit a local financial counselor to check how the changes apply to your personal situation. It's better to ask early and be confident, rather than be surprised later. So what does this all mean in the end? It means that finally, after years of rising costs and hard choices, older Australians are being given a chance to breathe a little easier. The $4,800 age pension boost is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. It's recognition that you matter, that your contribution matters, and that your comfort in your senior years is worth protecting. My dear friends, you have worked, sacrificed, and built this country. Now, in your retirement, you deserve more than worry and struggle. You deserve peace, dignity, and the freedom to live your days without counting every coin. This increase is a step toward that brighter future. Before we finish, I want to say this directly to you. Stay informed. Benefits and pensions are constantly changing, and the only way to protect your rights is to know what's happening. That's why this channel exists, to make sure you and your loved ones never miss an important update. So, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel right now and share it with your friends, neighbors, or family members who might benefit from this information. By subscribing, you make sure you're always the first to hear about payment increases, special bonuses, and new policies that can help you. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, you are not alone. We are a community, and together, we will continue to fight for fairness, dignity, and the respect that every senior deserves. Until next time, take care of yourself, and may this pension boost bring you peace and comfort in the days ahead.